Doll's House, SOS, the Parliament Hill House. Hello and welcome back. So, in the last episode we finished the plan and decided what the garden would look like. Let's have a quick recap. We are building a garden on the front of a doll's house, and it is going to slide out and back to allow the doll's house doors to open. We have already built the sliding out bit in the first episode. Now we're going to start building the garden. I thought it was going to be easy from here on, but working out what materials to use has been a bigger challenge than I thought it would be. Okay, I have the materials for the walls. They arrived in some packing ages ago, but I need to find something to make a coping stone and the railings, plus the tiles or slabs for the pathway, and something that looks like grass. I'll come back to that later, I think, because I have started to use the packing wood to make a handle and finish off the sliding base. And I'm going to use it to make the garden walls as well, like this. But first, some measuring and marking out, just so it looks like I know what I'm doing. Remember, I wanted to do this without buying anything. I wanted to find things laying around and repurpose them, just to add to the fun. So, I want to put the edging around the bottom of the base on first, as this will finish it off and make it look better. And it can be used as a handle to slide the garden back and forth. That saw is a tenant saw, and I found it at the back of the shed. It took a while before it warmed up, a bit like me. Anyway, once I had worn the rust off it, it started to work just like you would expect a saw found at the back of the shed. But I didn't have anything else with fine teeth on it to cut this kind of wood. But it got the job done. Once I'd finished chewing through the wood, I screwed it to the base. Adding these bits of wood to the edge of the base just makes it look better, and it will look much better when it's back on the shelf in the spare room. I'm not sure whether to put a bit of a carve out here to put your hand in to make it easier to pull out, but that might be a bit professional, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that. Plus, I don't think I need it when it's on the shelf, because I think you can get underneath it and it might look better from the aesthetics point of view when it's back on its shelf in the spare room. Anyway, the base is now almost there. Marvel at its wonder. Now, on to the garden walls. I'm going to use the same packing wood for these as well. It was at this point I was thinking, how much is a new saw? And then I remembered how tight I am, so I carried on. Look at how I use these measuring tools. First the tape, then the set square, and then I chew the hell out of it with that saw. But I will say, just as I was getting to the end of all my cuts, the blade was starting to get shiny again. Just when I didn't need it anymore. And these are going to be the pillars for the gate posts on either side of the path. Okay, that's the walls roughly cut out, and I mean roughly cut out. You've got to love an old saw. And the base is now screwed down. It's starting to look a little bit like the plan now, isn't it? I have just noticed that this film is reaching 10 minutes. No, really, I'm not making that up. I just looked up and thought, flipping out. Even with my speedy bits, it's reaching 10 minutes. And I'm not sure if that's too long. The internet is funny about this sort of thing. I could do a Blue Peter and say, here's one I've made earlier, but I don't know. I like to see stuff made from start to finish, so I'm going to do that, and I hope you like the idea. Plus, at this point, I really haven't finished, and I really still don't know if my plan is going to work. I have to still work out how to make the railings. I want to add a coping stone. Again, how and what will it look like? I need grass and a pathway. What they are going to be made of, I have no idea. And of course, it's all got to be brilliant. So, I will carry on, and I hope to see you in the next episode. So take care, bye for now.